Hi students, in this video I'll be going through the 2022 O-Level Additional Mathematics Paper 2 question 1. Alright, so let's read the question. So in 2010, there were an estimated 2,400 birds of a particular species in a certain country. In 2013, the numbers were estimated to have fallen to 2050. Scientists believe that the number of these birds, n, can be modeled by the formula n equals to 2004 times e to the power of negative kt, where t is the time in years after 2010. Alright, so this is a very important piece of info. T is the time in years after 2010. Okay, that means you will start counting the time from 2010. So this means that in 2011, t will be 1. Then 2012, t will be 2, and so on. Right, so over here, they want us for part A to estimate the number of birds in 2017. Okay, which means that t will be equals to 7. Okay, so if you look at this equation, if I were to sub t equals to 7 inside here, okay, I won't be able to calculate n yet because there's an unknown negative k, right? Okay, so there's an unknown over here. Okay, so in other words, I will need to find the value of k first, and then once I find it, then I can put t7 inside, and then I can calculate what is n, right? So the number of birds in 2017. Okay, so what is the info that they give us such that we can calculate the value of k? Okay, so over here you can see that in 2013, which means that t equals to 3, right? The number of birds were estimated to have fallen to 2050. That means n will be 2050. Okay, so we can make use of this piece of info to help us to find the value of k first. Alright, so that's what we are going to do. Okay, so when t equals to 3, okay, in 2013, n will be equals to 2050. Okay, so we can formulate the equation. So n is given by this particular equation over here. So 2400 e to the power of negative k. Okay, so now I'm going to sub t3 inside and then equate to 2050. Okay, so now all we need to do is to solve this exponential equation, and then we will be able to find k already. Okay, so we'll divide the 2004 to the right side. So over here we have e to the power of negative 3k equals to 2050 over 2004. Okay, so maybe I just write out this thing. Okay, so from here, you can simplify to the simplest form now. Okay, so if you press your calculator, you get 41 over 48. Okay, so how do we solve an exponential equation like this? So down here we have e, right? Okay, so we are going to use the natural logarithm ln. Okay, so we are going to ln both sides. Okay, so ln e to the power negative 3k. So if you ln on one side, you always need to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, use the power law. Okay, now to bring the negative 3k in front. Okay, so we will have this. Okay, then from here you can ln e will be equals to 1, right? So we can change ln e to 1, right? So you'll get negative 3k equals to ln 41 over 48. Okay, then after that we can divide by k, and then we'll divide negative 3 over. So you press your calculator, ln 41 over 48, you should get a negative number. You divide by negative 3 to get k. Right, so k will be 0.05254. Okay, so we'll write to more decimal places so that later on we can get a more accurate answer for n in 2017. Right, so this is not the end of the question. Okay, so once we have found the value of k, okay, then we can sub it inside the expression or the equation for n. Okay, so will be negative 0.05254 t. Okay, so basically replace the k with its value over here. Then for 2017, so it will be when t equals to 7. Okay, n will be equals to 2400 e to the power 5254 times 7. Right, then just press into your calculator. Okay, you should get this number. Okay, then what we want to do is we always want to round off to 366. Okay, so if you round to 360, it will be 1660. Okay, so the number of birds estimated in 2017 to 360 will be 1660. Okay, so still not too difficult. Okay, for our first question. Okay, let's take a look at part B. Okay, the species is labeled under threat when the number of birds fall below 1002. So estimate the year in which the species might be first labeled under threat. Okay, so now n is the number of birds, right? So in other words, we can formulate an inequality. So n will be less than 1002. Okay, so basically now what we want to do is we want to find what is the value of t. Okay, what are the range of values for t, right? For which n will be less than 1002. Okay, so let's put in the expression for n, 5254t. Okay, will be less than 1002. Okay, so divide the 2004 over. So e t. Okay, 1002 over 2004 will be half, right? Okay, then from here we can do ln both sides. Okay, ln half. Okay, use power law, bring it down, so you'll get t. Okay, ln e is going to be equals, okay, never mind, I can just write out round working. Okay, so from here you will get 5254t less than ln half. Okay, so to solve this inequality, we'll divide both sides by negative 0.05254. But remember, if every time you divide by a negative number, you need to reverse the sign. Okay, so you'll get this. Okay, so t will be greater than 13.19. Okay, so over here, you need to think a bit. Okay, they want the year. Okay, so this is not the final answer yet. This is just the to say that for as long as t is greater than 13.19, okay, then the population will be below 1002. Okay, so that means if you sub 13.19 inside t, you'll get exactly 1002 lah. Okay, around there. Okay, so which year is that means any value of t greater than 13.19, okay, the population will be less than 1002. So in other words, it's going to be sometime in 2023. Okay, it's not going to be in 2024 because to be in 2024, t needs to be 14. Okay, t needs to be 14. But now you are saying that as long as t is greater than 13.19, the population will be less than 1002. So it has to be sometime in 2023. Okay, 2010 plus 13. Okay, so therefore here species is under threat. The threat is 2023. Okay, so 2010 plus 13. Right, so overall still not too difficult of a question for the first question in paper 2.